Well, hello there. Third time's a charm. I was trying to go live and my phone was blowing up. I had people texting me. I had people messaging me. I had some people looking for me here. So hopefully you guys have found me and everything is good now. My goodness. The only thing about technology is that sometimes it makes you crazy. All right. So I'm going to share this to the creative group. Try this again. Boom. Okay, so this week I have been working like a crazy person. Stampin' Up! Announced a 3-day stamp sale. All the annual catalog stamp sets are on sale for 15% off. If you're on my email list, I sent a complete list with clickable links to make it easy for you yesterday. I also did a pop-up workshop showing some fall cards and the Autumn Leaves stamp set. It's not in focus, whatever. Autumn Leaf stamp set. My favorite fall set out of all the books. And we did that from start to finish. I showed 4 complete cards that you can either copy, or if you'd like me to send you a pre-cut packet in the mail, it's free with an order. And all the details are in the online workshop group, but I emailed them out as well. So if you didn't get it, you should just check your email because it's in there. And then we had a team meeting on Sunday. We have club coming up. Oh, Trisha, it's so good to see you. I had like quite the thing with technology and I had people pinging me, so it literally blasted me off. So I just decided to shut everything down and start back up, and here I am. Gotta love technology, right? So I've been working on Stamp Club, and then I'm also working on getting ready for some fall craft fairs, and I wanted to show you from start to finish. I was talking about it a little bit on Zoom last night, but I didn't have the right angle because I didn't have my phone. So I thought that today we would go over making the book treat boxes and how I chose to decorate them. So let's just flip the camera and we'll go through things one at a time. There's a starter kit special. It's $99 and you pick out $155 in product, your choice, plus tax. And if you choose my team, you get to be on my team for at least 6 months just to test drive things out and see how it goes and get a discount and swap with us because we swap every month. I offer a team meeting every month, and here, let's flip the camera. I'll show you the cards. You'll recognize them because I did them for a online workshop yesterday afternoon as well, because once I realized that the stamp sets were on sale, actually one of my team members said, "Hey, isn't this stamp set on sale tomorrow?" And I said, "It is," because I was busy. So here's card 1. I'm just gonna kind of wait till the thing catches up with me. Card 2, and you can catch the replay of this here on this page or on my YouTube channel because I put it up there, and I also sent it out in email with a complete supply list of what we used. Isn't it pretty? Gorgeous. I love this acetate paper. Oh, makes me so happy. And vellum, and a lot of people may already own this stamp set, which is pretty cool. Hey, Joan. Hello from Washington State. I'm watching the live chat. Now, when I was on my phone, I could see a comment come through from Jobberdo, and now I'm not seeing comments. So if you're commenting and I didn't say your name, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing all of them, apparently. Just keep chatting away, and then hopefully Facebook will catch up to me. What's today? Today is the 8th, so you have 2 more days to opt in if you're interested in this month's offering of Stampers 8 Card Club. Every month we make 8 projects, and this month I am focused on gift card holders, although these could be converted to something else. I was thinking even these, you could put a picture inside. This one actually holds 2 gift card holders, one behind the designer paper and one up here. And then they're all different measurements and pocket treats, and just a really cool way to have gift card holders for the upcoming holidays and be ahead of the game, right? This one would easily, all you'd have to do is flip this and it could be a card instead, but it has a belly band. Oh, and I got my Post-it notes on so I can write the directions, because they came out of my head, but I haven't put them in the computer yet. That part takes a long time. And then here, this is the last one. Isn't it pretty? Ugh. They make me so happy. There's the gift card to my favorite place, by the way. All right. Hey, Jerry. Good to see you. Okay, so that's Stampers 8. And like I said, they make 8 projects a month with envelopes. $22 in product that they use on their cards. And boy, we really do have a lot of fun. And I pre-die cut the star, and we, do the embossing for you and that kind of thing. But it's very fun. You do need a trimmer for it because you learn how to cut your paper as part of that class, which is pretty fabulous. But what I'm focused on today, on October 19th, I will be at the Drake It Craft Fair, not too far from my house. And I like to have a few little bits of eye candy on the table to show people what they can do with our supplies. And here's a couple of boxes that I made featuring the new book treat boxes, and the item number on that is 164048. So when you open it up, there are 10 boxes in total, and you get a bottom and a top. And we'll start. I want to show you a little bit. There's adhesive on these, and I'm going to fold them a little bit, get them kind of ready to put together. They're nice and thick for a box, and let's just see real quick. They hold a gift card perfectly, so that's good to know. It's my faux gift card. There's actually no money on that. That's one somebody sent me. But here's the adhesive on my box. It's on this long piece here. And I just need to pull the sticky strip off that's already on the box and fold it up for the bottom. So far, so good. This is fairly easy, right? And we'll just take these ends and fold them in to create our box bottom. Super quick, goes together easy. Now, when I decorated my box, I chose a piece of paper, and you only need 1 6x6 to decorate the way that I did. So let's start by choosing the one that you want. I've already done the stripes and the dots, so I'd like to pick a different one. So we'll call that number 1. And this red one's a little bit too dark. We could try stripes. Stripes are tricky because it can go great or it can be weird with stripes going in different directions, We can do this one, number 3, or we can do, let's see, how about, we could do the back side of the polka dots as number 4. So you pick 1, 2, 3, or 4, and while you're doing that, I'm gonna grab a piece of real red cardstock. So go ahead and pick your favorite one. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. Okay, so Joan says she likes number 1. Just hanging out and waiting a second. Ooh, and I'm a little bit out of the frame there. I don't need all of these extra boxes. I'm gonna put some of them off to the side because you know how things get when you get crafting, right? So 2 for number 1. Lisa Bauer likes number 4, all green. Let's see what we got. Lisa, good to see you, my friend. Nice to see you, Ella. I hope I'm seeing everybody's comments. All right, well, I'm going to go with number 1 just because we see the most of those right now. Hopefully you guys all like that, but I'm going to put that to the side for a second because we only need 1 piece of paper per box. And the good news is if I don't love it, well, on the next box, I can make 1 of each. So the 2 at the regular 8.5 by 11, we're going to cut down. And I want to start, I did the red pieces at 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. Now this is exciting math to me because 3 3/4 here on this side. And I'm going to cut another piece of 3 3/4 because I know that I'm going to make more than one of these boxes. In fact, I plan to make about 24 more, just so I have something extras for the craft fair, and I'm going to be using these for retreat. But I'm going to take these two 3 3/4 inch pieces, and I'm going to cut it 5.5. And you know that on this paper trimmer, and if you don't, the 5.5 inch marker is this big long line that sits on the ruler that pulls out, but we don't need to pull anything out because we know that that's 5.5. So we've got 5.5 by 3 3/4, and I have another 5.5 by 3 3/4 because all I did was cut it in half. And then I can cut this down again to 2 3/4, and I have enough for 2 boxes just off of this cut. So again, that's 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. Pretty cool math, huh? Kind of card math that makes me happy. And while this is sitting here on the table, I'm just going to cut. So far we've got enough cut to do the front and back for 4 boxes out of 1 piece of cardstock. Okay. Now I have a 1 inch strip left, and this little strip here on the edge is 1 by 3 3/4. And I might as well cut the other piece that I need. So to do 4 boxes, you need like 1 piece of cardstock and some scraps. And I can cut that out of another piece later. But for now, I have enough to do this 1 box that I'll show you how to do, okay? Okay, so we're going to come in with this one. So we only need 2 of these and 1 of these, okay? And they're all 3 3/4. The large front and the large back are 2 3/4, and this middle one is 1 inch. So I'm gonna cut this down to 3.5. Basically a 1/4 inch on 2 sides. So 3.5 by 2.5. But while I have this in the paper cutter, if I go here, this is all the way, this is 6, right? So I'm going to go to the top so I can see my measurements better. But I want to cut a 3/4 inch strip off to start. I almost grabbed the score blade. Did you see that? It happens. Okay, so that's for kind of the book binding, right? I'll leave that here for a second. And then it leaves me with a 5 1/4 inch piece. So I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch off of that. And now for my book, I have 2 pieces that are going to finish 3.5 by 2.5. So it's a 1/4 inch smaller than the red piece. Okay. So now while I've got this, I'm going to cut this down to 3/4 inch strips because we're going to use this to decorate the rest of the box. It's such a fun project, and think, like, how cool is it that we get so much out of 1 piece of paper? Like, if you get a whole pack of this designer paper, you could go for a long time before you need another pack. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so I've got some 3/4 inch strips to finish decorating my box after. But for right this second, well, I guess we can do all our cutting first. Okay. So we got these 2 pieces, and just for point of reference, that's the front, the back, and then the side, okay? So we'll put those to the side and we'll stick them on after. Let's keep cutting. Here on the front, this piece of designer paper is 3/4 inch wide. and it is 2 3/8 inches long. So you might think, oh my gosh, Selene, what are you doing to me? But go to 2.5 and come back 2 lines, and that's 2 3/8. Okay, so like bigger than 2 1/4, smaller than 2.5, and that's the piece for that. And I'm going to use something retired here because I found this punch in my stash that will round this perfectly. So you can see it's from my BOGO stash, and I have it marked, but it still sits in my cabinet because who doesn't love a good corner rounder? But I'm going to round both of the corners on one side of this to remind myself when I go back that this is the piece that's going to sit on my tab. Okay. Now I have a piece on the inside that originally I did 1 1/4 inch strips, but it was a little bit short. So I'm going to go a little bit bigger. So I'll go to 1 1/4 and I'll move over 2 lines. So 1 3/8. Just so I have enough room to cover up the adhesive strip there, because the one thing that was bothering me about these boxes is once I sealed it up, I was stuck with that. So this piece is for the inside here, okay? So, and it's a little bit longer than the first one I cut. You can see that, and we might even need to trim it, but that's okay. Too much is better than not enough, you know? Okay. So now, if you see these sides of this box are all 1 inch tall, and I cut these to 3 1/4 and 2.5, and that's all your measurements. So I know there's a lot of measurements there, but I did use one piece of 6x6 to decorate the box, and now we can decorate it, and it's just gonna be fabulous. So 3 1/4. And that leaves these 2 pieces hanging out. I'm cutting 2 at a time here. And 2.5. Now, I made 24 of these in the middle of the day yesterday, and I'm still going with them. I'm so excited. I'm planning to make 24 more. And some are going to be for retreat, and some are going to be for the craft fair. So these are double duty. They're great gift card holders. I put that trimmer to the side for a minute. You could put candy in here. I found little ornaments. There's all kinds of things that you can use for these. Okay. So we already assembled the bottom of the box, and we have these pieces that go around the 4 sides. So let's do that first. They do go together really fast. They're addictive to make. And actually, I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to sit and make boxes, and then they'll be done. So 2.5, 3 1/4. The good news is there's only one thing to remember after you do the first main cuts, and that's you need 3/4 inch strips. So 3/4 by 3 1/4. And 2.5. So that is the base of my box, and I'm all decorated there. Now you could add another piece of real red if you wanted to, but I thought it was cute enough the way where it's sitting. So now the top of the box also has adhesive, but I was kind of distraught a little bit when I did my first box because I felt like I would be sealing it shut. So I could have used, Velcro. But I really like how clean a good magnet looks, and I happened to order these. Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell these, so I grabbed some from the company Basic Gray. It's with an EY, one word. And I grabbed them on Amazon. But I love how the Stampin' Up! Boxes are coming pre-done with the adhesive, so I don't have to mess with figuring out where to put tear and tape or even buying tear and tape. They come with the boxes. And I'm going to stick this on right there. So simple to put together. And of course, there's multiple ways you can use these. But for the sake of what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover up the adhesive on this flap. So, we picked green. Don't be neglecting the green. Okay, now I need a snips. There we go. When you get crafty, there's stuff all over the place. So I'm just going to trim around the inside, but I wanted to cover up that adhesive, and now it's got decorative. Okay. While we've got this open, we also can put our flap on. It looks like, doesn't it look like a Band-Aid with the corner rounder? It's funny. But I'll just attach this here. I'm gonna leave some white so that it's looks like 3 sides are equal, and that 2 5/8 inch piece lines up perfectly and layers on that flap that folds. So you can pinch and fold. Okay. Now we get to the strips that we cut first. And I'm going to put the adhesive on my designer paper so I don't go too crazy here. And they're so fun to put together. And they're really easy. I bought 4 packages of them. I must have done 5 because I'm gonna make 48 boxes. I've got count of how many boxes that I have out. I'll make up whatever I bought because they were fabulous. And how fun would it be just to put a little sentiment on the front of these? I haven't chosen the stamp set that I want to use yet. With the stamp sale, I was gonna pick something from the main catalog, but most of the holiday stuff is in the holiday catalog. But I did do a workshop for you guys yesterday, Autumn Leaves. If you haven't seen it, the cards are gorgeous. We did that for the team meeting on Sunday, and somebody was like, hey, Selene, you have your workshop all set up for tomorrow's stamp sale. I'm like, sure, why not? Let's add one more thing to the calendar. Okay, so here's the little decorative piece, and honestly, it's cute right there, isn't it? But we'll add this to the front. Goes together so fast. And then this down the book binding. There's so many ways you could decorate these, and you could personalize them. You could put somebody's name on the book binding. How cute would that be, sitting on a shelf? Okay. Nice to see you, Maggie. Hey, Robin, good to see you. All right, so these magnets from Basic Gray, they come with a positive and a negative, and they tell you which is which is pretty cool. And so it comes in a package with 20 magnets, but you really only get 10 because you need a positive and a negative so they'll stick together, right? But what I do is I stick them together on purpose. And then I use my take your pick. Ooh. And I throw the cover around. Okay, so I'm going to pull the adhesive off, and I'm going to take this and just stick it down on top of the flap. In theory, it's really sticky, which is good. And then I'll take the other side of the magnet off and leave it on top of it. And again, you could use Velcro. If you do use a Velcro dot, some of the Velcros come really super strong. And if that happens to you, you can take the fuzzy side of the Velcro dot and give it a little trim. When I use Velcro, I do that. But this, I wanted something a little more low profile than a Velcro, so I went this way. So then it just seals down, and now you can open the magnet, and it's stuck perfect to the box. And it's ready to put, you know, a sweet message on, or it's even fine the way it is. It's just so pretty. The designer paper does all the work, you know. So what do you guys think? Do you like them? I think they're adorable. I made them in a whole bunch of different colors. This is the Take a Bow designer series paper, and like I said, a whole sheet does a box. So and you get almost 4 boxes out of 1 sheet of real red. Doing it this, we did need a couple little strips of red for the book binding, and that would be the only overage. Okay, So I'm going to flip the camera for a second. Remind you, we have the stamp sale. Don't forget to look. I have a few stamp sets on my list that I have to order before tomorrow's sale is done. If you use the host code, you can also get that packet in the mail for the autumn cards that we did yesterday at the free workshop. Showed you how to make 4 products. So cool. And there's 2 days left to sign up for Stamp Club if you want to make those gift card holders. Yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, where did you get the magnets? Basic Gray is the name of the company. So if you Google it, and it's Grey, and I got them on Amazon. So, but that's all of it for today. I know it seems quick, but these are really fabulous, and I have 23 more to make. So I'll be here cutting paper and probably put the tunes on and jam out and make up my boxes. So have a wonderful night. Let me know if you guys need anything. Talk to you soon.